Getting back into Hero Colosseum again once more, we have the last few free battles for the 6-star free battles from the recent update. I've got a new team all put together and ready to go. Went with a Dragon Ball Super Broly movie theme. Only thing I, of course, do not like about the deck is there's no one to cover the back middle, but that's really not going to be an issue at all, considering I'm really going to be focusing on two things. One, I'm going to be using the ever-living hell out of both Goku and Whis. And the other thing is, I'm also going to be using Gogeta, who has a lot of speed with him. Goku is just, kind of there in terms of that. But as far as, you know, his posing skill goes, I have this on to buff it even more. So hopefully I shouldn't have any issues with these next few free battles. It ought to be just fine. And in case I do have Broly set up as an 0-1 unit, worst case scenario, which when you think about it is really overkill, especially if you let it get to turn 3. Because at that point, he'll be I mean, he's already granted ultimate attacking everyone if they're all in the front, but this basically guarantees that he's going to do so. And his damage is going to be astro freaking nomical as well. So, can't go wrong there. Got very, very lucky here with the counter attack. Also, you're going to hear it. I'm actually drunk right now. I'm going to be completely honest with you, y'all. Had not the greatest shift today, you could say, at work. Like, at the very end of it, just to give you an idea of how horrid the day in general was, pretty much, I had an hour-long call, and then right after that, I had an hour-and-a-half long call. So I, of course, was wiped. And what I did after I got off of work is I immediately went to Jewel, and I spent roughly over 40 bucks of my birthday money on not just booze, but also to restock up on juice. Anyway, I've had a few to drink, and feeling pretty good still. At least I'm dealing with the stress of a bad day, you know, healthy to some degree, because I know my limits too. I know drinking isn't definitely not like the most healthy thing you can do, but, you know, I'd rather do that than be angry about it, or take it out on someone. That's just me. And plus, again, I was not, you know, paying for it myself. It was birthday money. Thankfully, I'm in a real good mood right now, at least due to that. And I will be wrapping up the new free battles for the next couple of videos. We'll be moving on to the 7-star free battles, thankfully, which are obviously a little bit more challenging, but I think currently nothing at all compares to not just Corrine, because she's a really freaking good deck that they put together for her. But not just her. I would still say the hardest ones to date are Goldo, the very last battle with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I don't recall if he's also in one of the new 7-star free battles, by the way. I'm pretty sure not. But anyway, like I said, I have Whis here to make up for the team's overall lack of defense. I think Gogeta also helps with it if I, for whatever reason, end up going second, so I'll have that to fall back on too, which is nice. And I will also have Vegeta to put out right behind, who goes in the upper right again? Right, Gogeta. I think that's the only one. Okay, so I don't have anyone to cover for Vegeta if something happens to Gogeta, essentially. Definitely not the most thought out deck, but again, I'm just going with the theme for the you know, the hell of it. Didn't really have a female in particular for the last that I did. Although, I was fond of it just because you pretty much never see any of those figures ran, like, at all. And granted, I know I've used this Vegeta before, but I'm using a different variant to at least keeping it a bit interesting. And if I recall, I don't think I really ever properly showed off the UR Dragon Ball Super Full Power Super Saiyan Broly figure. Jesus, that's a mouthful. I really don't know why they just didn't call it Broly or whatever. But, oh well. God dang, Gogeta lived on freaking 7 HP. Very lucky for me, and Luis is thankfully still alive as well. One thing I've always wondered, like, if you're reading this posing skill, so it buffs the allies both on the left and right. I'm wondering whether or not that also applies to figures in front of them. Probably not, but just wondering. I'm hoping so, because that would really suck otherwise, because then you have to put him in front, like, at all times to fully utilize it. And of course, I am on turn 3, so screw it, I am just gonna wing it this turn, and put out Broly, see what happens. Because Supreme Path Time is not really too big a threat anyway. And of course, I'm gonna try to go first, even though he has little to no speed anyway. Which is another reason why I got defense on. And as you can see, even with the defense on, defense up, all-1, etc., really not a lot, and that is actually partially my fault. Because, actually, no, I'm thinking properly on that. Because I was thinking the defense up all-1 was addition. No, it's multiplication, and of course, if you do, it's weird. Like, the game accounts for them in order. So, say for example, you're gonna put this at the bottom of attack up all-1 and defense up all-1, you would get less out of the attack gain and defense gain. No idea why, that's just how the game is. Let's see, how much speed does Goku have? You know what, I'm not going to take any chances, and he's going to die in a sec anyway, so let's just outspeed him, make sure he goes bye-bye, and that we're not here longer than we already are. And I'm also going to attempt to use Vegeta in the next free battle, because I haven't really used him yet. Just for the heck of it. Otherwise, it was kind of pointless to put him in the team. Really not that terrible of a figure. He's got better HP than the other variant for sure. But it's still not that great in general. Has really great speed and a lot less attack. That's generally why you only see people running the other variant that has ridiculous amounts of attack on him. Wow, we are going through these pretty quick. Suppose I have myself to blame for that though, because I went through only like the first 4 on the other vid, and that really didn't run very long at all. You know, even with this being mostly a theme deck and not really the best optimized, still doing pretty well in these free battles. Granted, they're of the 6-star one still, but you know. You can at least compliment a deck for doing well enough. I have no idea why he didn't put God Goku on his trigger square. He would have buffed his entire team, including the figure itself, but okay, AI. Funny enough, actually, when I was doing the redo of Kuririn to see if I could kill her, like either kill her master or all her figures, I don't remember the name that he pointed it out, but shoutouts to you. Said I was very lucky that in that fight, the AI was really dumb and didn't put the figures on their proper trigger squares, which is why it was so easy for me to plow through that fight in that vid, but I can't help it if the AI is, you know, rock stupid. It's just gonna be stupid from time to time. Fortunately, Vegeta took quite a bit, and that's a big risk I'm playing, especially considering I have this up for turn 5. So needless to say, I'm gonna put Vegeta off, get Whis in here. And luckily, no one else took damage, it was just Vegeta. Please don't shaft me on the wheel, thank you. So, like I was saying earlier, obviously, I'm drunk. I've gone through 4 bottles. Like, after work, I immediately went to Jewel. I got 2 12-packs of Red Zapple. I essentially have, like, 24 of those damn things in my fridge. Well, now 20, because obviously I drank a few, but you get what I'm saying. Very underrated Goku figure, I would say, as well. Like, my only issue with him is if he doesn't buff people in front or behind him, you have to put him in the front. Which kind of sucks when you think about it, but it could be worse. He still does amazing damage. Opposing skill is still really great, too. And we have a problem here. I think I'm gonna get out to bed. Let's see. Oh god, Goku really got slowed down. Let's see, so... that'll be anywhere close to like 7,000. I should outspeed, no problem. Been around before though, of course. Let's see what happens. You know what, screw it. Yeah, let's just run this to be safe. Okay, yeah, thankfully I do outspeed. Let's see what happens with the wheel, though. Okay, thankfully I'm alright. The AI got shafted on as well. Still, that's really freaking annoying when that happens. Okay, so this is going to be definitely a much shorter video than previously, but at least when we come back, we will be doing the 7-star free battles next. Hopefully this is just a really easy kill on Goku. Thankfully, yes it is. I wonder how Bardock has his future Gohan built here. I want to say, isn't this the really speedy 01 unit? Okay, no, it is the original Gohan figure, but this is the one that has a lot less speed to it. Does not have him built as an 01 figure either, so definitely safe here. Just end the game, and then I'm gonna go to sleep and sober up, because I still unfortunately have to go to work tomorrow. I've stated it time and time again too, but, well, I'll mention both since I just can't help but keep bringing them up. Really still pissed about the meditation nerf, and it's really annoying whenever I get shafted on the wheel for speed ties in Hero Colosseum, which happens more often than not whenever I watch Babo, the poor fella. That's just his luck, I guess. But anyway, I will catch y'all in the next vid. I'm gonna go sober up here, go to sleep, and I will see y'all later. Peace.